Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how to create tables and queries in LibreOffice Base. So when you open LibreOffice Base, you will get this window. And you have to select whether you want to create a new database or you have to open an existing database. If you have already created a file before, you can click on open an existing database and then select the file which you have created from here. Otherwise, click on new database and click on finish. Now, when you create a new database, it will ask you to save the file. So you will save the file here for the database. This is the name of the database that you have to give here. Now this window will open. Now in this window, you will see there are 4 database objects: tables, queries, forms, and reports. So first of all, we will see how to create a table. So there are different ways of creating a table. One is create table in design view, and second one is create table using wizard. So if we create a table using wizard, so let us first see when we click on this option, it will give you a wizard. And the wizard basically has some tables predefined in LibreOffice Base. There are some sample tables, and you can choose any category of the sample tables available in LibreOffice Base. Based on those, you can create your own tables. So suppose there are 2 categories here, business and personal. So I am taking business category here. There are some sample tables for the business category. Similarly, if you click on personal, you will get some sample tables from the personal category here. So I am taking business table and I am selecting any category of the sample table. Like suppose I am taking customers table. Now you can select the fields which are available. There are various fields given over here for the sample table. And if you want all the fields, you can click on this double arrow button. And if you want to select few fields, you do not want all the fields, you want to select only for particular fields. In that case, just remove all these fields by clicking on this arrow and select each field one by one. Like if I want only customer ID and first name, click on first name, click on this arrow. And suppose if I want phone number, click on phone number and click on this arrow and click on next. Suppose there are only 3 fields I am taking. Now, this is the field information that customer ID is integer and first name will contain text, phone number will contain again text. Okay, if you want, you can change them from here. You can take any other data type for the table and click on next. Now, next is set primary key. So as you know, primary key is that field which uniquely identify a record. Whatever field you take as primary key will always have a unique value. So suppose either you can create, either the table will automatically add a primary key or you can use an existing field as primary key. So we have taken 3 fields out of which I want to take customer ID as primary key. So I am taking use an existing field as primary key. And from here, select the field customer ID. So this field I want to take as primary key now. And if you click on automatically add a primary key, the wizard will automatically add one more field and set it as primary key. So now I have taken customer ID as primary key. Click on next. Now after this, you can give a name to the table here and then you can click on the option insert data immediately and click on finish. Now this table is made for you and you can enter some records. You can enter customer name, you can enter name, you can enter any phone number here. So now you can see in this table, you have just simply made the table using a wizard. There are some predefined tables available in LibreOffice Base based on which you have created your own table. But generally, we do not use this method of creating the tables. A better way of creating a table is create table in design view. Why? Because it will give you more flexibility to create a table. You can design your own table from scratch. You can specify your own field names, your field types. So it gives you more flexibility and freedom to create a table. So we generally use design view to create a table. Now there are 3 columns which you see here: field name, field type, and description. Okay, so suppose if I want to create a table for storing records of the students. So students will have admission number. So I am taking a field admission number. I can take short forms also. Now field type means what type of data will be entered in this particular field. So in this field, admission number generally contain number. I can take it as number. I can take it as integer also. So I am taking it as integer. Now suppose I want to take name, student name. It will be text. Text means alphanumeric value. You can enter any value in text. Like suppose if I am taking address. Now address can take letters, alphabets, numbers, special characters. Anything can be added in address. So in that case, we can take address as text. Text will contain any alphanumeric value. It can be a letter, it can be a number, it can be any special character. So address will be taken as text. Now, if I want to take date of birth, I am taking the short form DOB. Now, date of birth will be date format. We want it in a proper date format. Okay. Then suppose we want to take fees also. So fees can be taken as numeric. Now, there is one difference between integer and number. Okay. The main difference is that in integers you cannot enter a decimal number. If you want to enter a decimal number, you can take it as float, or you can take it as real number, you can take it as float, or you can take it as numeric. Okay. So these fields I have taken, and there is one more field called yes, no. So suppose I want to take whether this person is a scholar or not, or suppose this person is a monitor or not. Okay, monitor of the class or not, I can take it as a yes, no field. So yes, no is Boolean data type. Boolean data type will store either yes or no. Yes will be stored as 1 and no will be stored as 0. Now we have to set a field as a primary key. Now out of all these fields, these are all the fields which we have taken. Out of all these fields, which field will always have a unique value? That will be admission number. No two students will have same admission number. They can have same name, the fees can be same, date of birth can be same, two students can be monitors also. But address can also be same if the siblings are studying in the same school, but admission number will never be same. So admission number will be the primary key. To set primary key, we have to click on the header of this field, this area, gray color area, right click on it and click on the primary key option. So what we have done is, if I click on it again, primary key again, this primary key symbol will be removed. So click on it and click on primary key option. You will see a key symbol over here. So primary key is set. It is compulsory to make a primary key in a table. Okay, now save the table. Give any name to the table and click on OK. Now after this, close the table. You will see the icon of the table here. Double click on it. Now you can enter the records for the students here. Suppose I'm entering the record of the first student. Write any field here. I am filling the address. Now you can see in the address, since it's a text data type, I can add numbers also. I can add a comma as a special character. I can add text also. So basically, text field can contain numbers, special characters, alphabets, anything. Now the next field is date of birth. We can simply increase the size of the columns by moving it from the column header. So add the column in, add date of birth in a proper format. After that, I am taking fees. Then monitor, yes, no, whether the particular student is a class monitor or no, that also we can fill here. So if I tick on monitor, that means if I tick on it, it means yes. If I don't tick on it, it means no. Okay. So now I am entering the record of the second student. Take any date of birth, please. I am not ticking on it. That means this student is not a monitor. So if I tick it is a monitor, yes. Otherwise, it is told no. Okay. Any address. Again, I'm taking it yes. Acha, one more thing. I cannot leave this admission number blank. Like suppose if I'm leaving it blank, this will give you an error. So I am moving ahead. I am leaving address also blank. It will work. I can leave date of birth also blank. I can leave any of the field blank, but I cannot leave this admission number blank. It will give you an error. So let me show you. So it is showing you an error because you have attempted to insert null into a non-nullable column admission number. So it is compulsory to write some value in the admission number because admission number is the primary key. But you can leave address, date of birth, fees, which are not primary key as blank. There will not be any problem with it. I am saving this table now and click on close. Now you can see this is the table which we have made. Now, if you want, you can sort this table. Sort means arrange the data into some ascending or descending order. So I want to sort this table according to name. So you can see these are the tools. This is for sorting in ascending order. This is for sorting in descending order. So I will click on name first. So I am on name column right now. Click on sort ascending. Now you can see these are arranged. Now this is all jumbled up and the records are arranged in ascending order of name. And if I click on, suppose I want to arrange in descending order of fees, click on fees first. Now 8,000, 7,000, all these are jumbled up now. If I click on sort descending, now you can see the records are reshuffled again and they are basically arranged in descending order of fees. Thing is, we cannot have a duplicate value in this table, in this field admission number. So suppose there are 4 admission numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I take admission number 1 again, or suppose if I take admission number 2 again, I enter any record here and okay, so I am skipping the other values. So if I take admission number 2 again, and if I press enter now, it is giving you an error. So violation of unique constraint, duplicate values for admission number. So it's a primary key. So 2 students cannot have same admission number. That also you have to keep into mind. So make sure admission number values are all unique in the table. So I am saving this table now. If you have to make any changes in the table structure, so right click on the table icon and click on the edit option. So you will get this design view window. Suppose you want to add one more field, like you want to add a field for, suppose you have to add photograph of the student also. When you are creating a record of the student, you have to add a photograph of the student. So if you have to add photo, audio, video, sound, any kind of file, for that we take basically binary data type. Okay. Binary data type is used to store images, audio, video, any kind of file can be stored in a binary data type. So basically, if you have to make any changes in the table structure, you have to right click and then you have to click on the option of edit. Okay. Now we have already created this table. Now the next thing is we will create a query. What is a query? Basically, query is used to view certain records of the table. Like suppose there are many records in the table. Right now there are only 5 records. But if there are many records and we want to see who are the students whose fees is more than 5,000. So this is a query which we want to put. Query means questions asked from the table. So to create a query, again, we will go to queries option. There are different ways of creating a query. We will see how to create a query using design view. So create a query in design view. Now you have to add a table on the basis of which you have to create a query. There are 2 tables. I am taking students table. So make sure you click on the add button only once. So student add. If you click on the add button twice, so twice it will add the student table, which is wrong. So click on the add table only once and then click on close. So since I have added the table twice, I'm just right clicking and deleting the extra one. Now this is the design view of the query. Okay. Now my question was, I have to see those records whose fees is more than 5,000. So click on the field name. I have to see the name. And suppose I have to see the admission number also of the students. So I am taking admission number. Then I am taking the column. You have to select the field names here. I am taking the field name fees. Now after that, the next thing is we have to set the criteria. So to set the criteria, this is the criteria row. Below fees, we have to write the criteria greater than 5,000. Below fees, this is the criteria row. Below the fees column, write the criteria greater than 5,000. Now to run the query, we will press the shortcut key F5 or we will click on this run query button here. So it is giving you the output out of the 5 records. The 3 records were having fees less than 5,000. Okay. So we can give any kind of query like this in the table. Okay. Now suppose we want that. Suppose I'm taking again that particular field. Now we want that whatever the output has come, we want that the output should also be sorted. The output should come in ascending order of fees or ascending order of admission number. It is already in ascending order of admission number. I am taking it in ascending order of fees. So click on the sort icon. And from here, suppose in the sort row, we want to sort it in the ascending order of fees. So click on fees ascending here and run the query again. Press F5 to run or click on this button. So you will see the records which have come here. The output is now in ascending order of fees. If I click on, suppose I am not taking this in ascending order, I am taking it ascending order of names. So I can take it in ascending order of name also. For that, below name, sort, click on ascending and run. So now you can see this is in ascending order of name. So this is the use of sort option. Now, when I want to run the query, I just suppose that the button is called visible. So whatever visible icons are ticked, those fields will be shown. I just want to show the name of the students and their admission number whose fees is more than 5,000, but I do not want to show fees also. So I will uncheck fees button. I do not want to make it visible. And now if I run, So it is showing me the names and admission number whose fees is more than 5,000, but not showing the column fees. So I am checking it again now. Okay, there is one more column called alias. Alias means giving some other name to the field. See, field name will remain the same inside the table. But when it is displaying the output here, it will give you some more user-friendly name. Like suppose I want to give admission number complete here. So this is the field which I want to display in the output. So I am writing in alias. So when I run it, so it will show me admission number, full admission word will be shown instead of ADM and NO. So we can give more user-friendly names while displaying the output of the query. Okay. Now we will see there are certain functions which we can use in a query. So what are those functions? So first of all, suppose I want to find what is the maximum fees. So for that, first of all, we will save this query. We will make one more query to show you the uses of function. Now I'm again making a query here. Create a query in design view, select the table, click on add button only once. Make sure you are clicking on add button only once. Click on close. Now I want to see those record. I want to just find maximum fees. So click on fees here. Take the function maximum from here. This is a function column. Take maximum from here and run. So this is the maximum fees it is showing here. Now suppose if I take some other field on which I have not taken this function, and when I run it now, it will give you an error. So when we are using function, always make sure those fields on which the functions are applied, only those fields should be taken. Like on name, I have not applied any function, so I cannot take name. Okay, but suppose if I take fees again and I want to find minimum fees also, I can take fees again, I can find minimum, and now I will run. So it is showing me both displaying maximum and minimum fees. I want to find average fees also, that also we can find. We can take fees here, and from here I can find average. These are the various functions which we can use: average, count, maximum, minimum, sum. So I want to find average fees, run, one more column. Now suppose if I want to find here, what is the total fees collected? So I can click on sum, and then I can click on the option of, I can run the this query, and then I can find the sum of the fees. So click on sum here and run. So now I am getting three different outputs: sum, minimum, and average fees. Here also, if I want, I can change the headings of the columns by going to alias. And from here, I can give the headings: total fees, maximum fees, minimum fees, and average fees. So I have given some other name to the field while displaying in the column heading. So now you can see it is looking more user-friendly, more readable. Okay, so this way we can use a function. Now let us add one more field so that I can show you how to use this function called group. Okay, there is a function for group that also we can use here. So let us see. So I am taking one more field in the table, that is class. So right click on the table and click on edit. Now I am taking a field called class. Okay, it will be a text field, or we can take it as a number also. I'm taking this text. So now I'm adding a record. I'm adding a field for class. I'm taking the classes 10th and 9th. Now I want to group the records on the basis of this field class. So let us see how to use a text field in a query. Make the changes, yes. Now I'm again going to queries, create query in design view, add the table, student, click on add, click on close. Now I am taking the field. I want to show those records, name of the students whose class is 10th. So I am taking class here. From the criteria, I am writing 10 and run the query. So there are 3 students whose class is 10th. Okay. Now I want to use a function group on class and want to see what is the total fees collected in class 9th and in class 10th. So I want to find total fees class wise. Okay. So I will first click on group. I want to group class wise and I want to find fees class wise. So group on class and sum on fees. And now you will see it is showing me the output like this. there are two rows of the output. For 9th class, this much fees is collected. For 10th class, this much fees is collected. See the difference now. If I don't use this field, and if I simply write fees sum, what will it give me? It will just give me what is the total fees collected. I want to find what is the class-wise total fees collected. So what I will take now, I will take a field class, click on the function group. So I am grouping it on class and finding the sum. So now it will give me giving me class-wise total fees. So this is how we can use the functions. We can use criteria, we can use sort, visible alias